What you are watching was not filmed. No camera pushed through this jungle. No diver descended to this reef. No naturalist stood motionless, waiting for this creature to emerge from the undergrowth. And yet, you are watching it. These images were born a different way, from millions of observations, scientific descriptions, photographs, data accumulated over centuries of human curiosity. Artificial intelligence absorbed it all, learned from it, and gave it back like this, as light, as texture, as life in motion. This is not a copy of the world. It is a distillation of everything we have come to know about it. For decades, documenting nature was a privilege of the few. It required an expedition, a budget, a crew. It required getting there, to the Amazon, to the Arctic, to the bottom of the ocean. It required time, money, permission. Today, a single person from anywhere in the world can build this. With curiosity and a tool, no studio, no funding, no passport. What you are watching right now was made exactly that way, by one person, from home, using the same technology anyone could access today. That is unprecedented, and we are only beginning to understand what it means. There is a classroom somewhere in the world that will never have the budget for a field trip. There is a museum that cannot afford an exhibition. There are people who will never travel, never see the ocean, never walk through a rainforest. There are entire communities that have been left outside that kind of knowledge, not for lack of interest, but for lack of access. Artificial intelligence can change that. It can bring Patagonia to a primary school classroom. It can build an immersive exhibition at a fraction of the cost. It can be a window for those who never had one. Knowledge of the natural world no longer has to depend on who can afford to reach it. But not everything needs to have a purpose. Sometimes it is enough simply to look, to pause before something beautiful and let it move you, to remember, if only for a moment, that we exist within something that surpasses us in scale, in age, in complexity. This spider has walked the earth 300 times longer than our species. This forest has its own memory, its own rhythms, its own logic. Contemplation is not a waste of time. It is a way of finding our bearings, of understanding the place we occupy. And perhaps that, simply that, is reason enough to build these images. There is something unsettling in all of this. If we can imagine this world with such fidelity, if we can recreate the texture of its skin, the color of its eyes, the movement of its wings, it is because someone before us devoted their life to observing it, describing it, preserving that knowledge. And many of the species in this documentary are endangered. Some may disappear before anyone has ever truly filmed them. If we are capable of imagining them with this clarity, what excuse do we have not to protect them? Artificial intelligence can bring us closer to nature, but only we can decide whether it is worth saving. These images did not exist a year ago. The ones to come we cannot yet imagine. Let us protect what is real while we learn to imagine.